Hello guys and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. Now on this channel I have shared well over 700 stories that have been emailed in to me with guys that have told me and told all of you about what has happened to them when they have got involved with a Thai woman over here in Thailand. Now guys, let's have it right. Every single guy kind of thought that the woman that they had found was somewhat different to all the rest. And the main reason for that is that they gave a flying F in regard to that target, that man. And they decided to love bomb that man to make that guy fall in love with them. And the way they do it is via texting all the time, very sweet, video calling all the time, being very sweet, being sexual and seductive on video call in the bedroom, and making sure that that man is happy and feeling fulfilled so he doesn't look elsewhere. And he decides to fall in love with that woman and do everything that she says.
What could possibly go wrong, right?
So guys fall into this trap. They decide to love bomb the woman back, buy them flowers, buy them shiny new iPhones, build them houses, give them a monthly salary to take care of them. Some of them might be working in the bar, some of them might not have jobs, some of them might be looking after the mothers, some of them might have 2 or 3 children that they have to provide for. And these guys are willing to do whatever it takes in order to keep that Thai woman in their lives. So guys, what I'm trying to say is that it's not just all down to the Thai woman. It's down to the naive guy that doesn't want to lose this beautiful, sexual, sweet, cute woman. They don't want to lose it. And they do everything within their power to keep it. But it always has a time limit. And eventually that woman gets fed up of that man because she doesn't love him. She's with him for what she can generate out of him. And if that guy decides to start going to the bars or speaking to other women, or getting drunk or enjoying his own life or going on holiday by himself, that woman will start to become erratic and the behavior will change. And 9 times out of 10, with the stories that we've shared and the stories that I listen to near enough on a daily basis where I live here in Isan, they can get violent and very toxic. And the lying comes very, very easily to smear your name. They will turn your friends and family against you and make you out to be the big bad man. They do this to make you put your head down, to try to trick you into believing that it's all your fault, and that's the reason why they're acting in a peculiar and horrible and toxic way. And this makes men put their head down, apologize so they can get back to normal life. But it's never going to be normal when you're with a woman like this. Guys, when it's just about financial reasons and it's not about love, then anything irritating about you guys, any tendencies you have, any stupid quirks that you have, are going to be a massive irritant to these women, and they're going to jump down your throat. Now, I've personally been living in Thailand non-stop near enough for almost 9 years this coming October. And every single one of my relationships has always turned out to be toxic. It was all great at the beginning in the love bombing stage, and then things just got bad from there. I managed to get out of most of them fairly easily and quickly, but the last one, unfortunately, I couldn't. At the end of the day, everything was good for a couple of years. I had a child, and then things started to go downhill because I was trapped, and things got very, very horrible for me. And right now, as most of you know, I can't see my son, and there isn't any particular reason for it apart from what I can kind of come up with, is that she wants to live her life the way she wants to live it, which she knows I won't approve with whatsoever, but it is none of my business, guys. And I've got to that stage now where I accept who she is and what she's about, what she's interested in, and how she lives her life now. And that's okay, but allow me to have my son in my life. Now, I have managed to get in contact with a very good lawyer that several people have used here within my province, and they've all won. Every single one of them has received 50% custody of the child, and they've all been made to pay out either 5,000 baht per month or nothing if it's a 50-50 split. So things are looking very good. Normally you're looking at around about 2 court appearances, because I've registered my child within the court, so I am his legal father, so I don't have to go through all of that. So right now it's just a case of working hard, keeping my head down, making enough money, and as soon as I've got enough money to start the procedure with court and get my son back in my life. Now, the only problem that I have with this, and my biggest main concern, is that he's been out of my life now for around about 6 weeks. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard about parental alienation. I've been studying everything about all this kind of stuff to prepare myself for what is going to come. And a lot of women can turn the children against the fathers and make the child very protective of the mother, because they've used emotional guilt with that child to make them say, like, I love you, I love you, I love only you, I don't care about the father, etc. They're very smart and very vindictive in regards to this game that they play, that they don't realize it's going to have a massive psychological effect on the child, a massive one. I've seen it with my own eyes as children have got older, the effect that it does have on them. And I've spoken to a lot of guys as well. The only thing that's making me feel a lot better about everything is that people have been in my situation, worse than mine or not as bad as mine, and they've come out of it okay, because they've gone down the court process and done everything properly and exposed the woman for who she really is by using evidence, emails, messages, videos, etc. It does help. At the end of the day, the court's interest is about the child, not about the parents, not about the games that they play, but they do take into account the games that the parents have played or the parent has played. And if we make an agreement in court and that agreement gets broken, then the other parent that's not broken the agreement can get 100% custody of the child. Now, I spoke to a guy the other day. He went to court 2 times and he won. He had to pay 5,000 baht. And because he won and because he got 50% rights, the mother decided to do one to Pattaya and just left the kid in his care, because some of these women can be extremely, and I mean extremely, selfish, because it's all about them and nobody else. But they are very good at playing the game, making out that they're a nice, wholesome person, but it can be just an act, guys. So she's buggered off now, and I spoke to him, and with what I've with the meetings that I've had with the lawyers and the information that I've read up on, this guy now needs to take her back to court. She probably won't even turn up, but because he is the responsible parent and he is stuck by the child, and she's done one to a place like Pattaya to do whatever she's doing, more than likely he will get awarded 100% care of the child. The only way normally without this happening to get 100% care of the child is if they're on drugs or they are violent towards the child and they're hurting the child, and then that's when you can get 100% custody. Otherwise, you're never ever going to beat the mother in court and get full custody of the child. So the only way of being able to do it is by beating her in court and then making her, well, she'll make herself, to be honest, break the court agreement, because they're not happy that they've not won, that they've not got lots of money, 50,000 baht a month or whatever in regards to maintenance money. If they're only getting 5,000 baht and 50%, they're not going to be happy. And they're just going to think, oh, stuff this. And they're going to go and live their lives if they are a bad woman that's self-centered. So that is the best way that you guys can win if you're going through something similar to me. Right guys, now just to change the subject a little, we shared a story about a guy here in Isan also who, how do I say it without, that did wrong to his stepdaughter back in the UK. And he got with a Thai woman. They was only together for 2 weeks. The Thai woman's very poor and she agreed to marry the guy and she married him. And then got pregnant and they've got a kid. Now, it's all come to light what this guy did back in the UK with his stepdaughter. He didn't inform the police. When you're on the sex register and you don't inform the police of where you're going and your whereabouts, etc., and you do one to another country, the police will try to track you down and deal with the authorities in the other country or the other place in order to get you back, basically. So right now, we've got a story that's going to be upcoming, hopefully tomorrow. But the guy is now getting deported. Now, the main reason for the guy sending in the story about this is to give Thai people that are watching a bit of a warning of the types of men that can come to a place like Thailand, unfortunately, and to also make other dodgy guys that are doing bad stuff here in Thailand, make them aware that people are watching, you need to be careful and don't do anything untowards, otherwise bad things can happen and you will get deported also. Now guys, I'll be honest, for the past 6 weeks, it's been absolutely hell for me not having my child in my life. I feel absolutely lost. I don't know what to do with myself. And in order to remain focused and make sure my mental health is okay, I've been going to the gym every day and just trying to stay focused and trying to educate myself about court and the law in Thailand in my free time. To speak to friends, to speak to people within my son's school as well to get an update, because I think my ex contacted the school in order to stop them speaking to me. So I've had to do that under the radar. That's the reason why I've not spoken about it for quite a while. And also I speak to people from the old village as well that I was living in to find out what's going on. You know, they contact me to tell me what's happening. They know that I care about my child. And guys, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to bring to light in the future. Yeah, once I've got through this court case, I mean, if I can ever get back to the UK with my son in the future, if that can ever happen, you know, I won't hold my breath. But if it could, there's so many things that I'm going to say. So many things that I've wanted to say for such a long time. I mean, when I meet people face to face, I can tell them, I can speak to them, and a lot of people are shocked. And I would love to write a book one day and explain to people how it really is. I mean, there are quite a lot of simps here, and I think we all used to be a simp at the beginning until we learned how things worked. And there's a lot of guys that do get sucked in, that do believe in the romance of it all and that theirs is different and they're in love and everything's great and it's not financial, she's just got problems or whatever and I'm helping because I've got the money and I can afford it, blah, blah, blah. Everybody has an excuse for their actions, as most people have heard within the stories. They've always got some weird excuse. But later on down the line, they're always telling the bad stories. A guy that I spoke to recently got done over for 10 million baht in total from his ex. That was all about the money. Another guy that I know here within the province He thought he found a good one. Yeah, kind of like fell in love with her. He'd been single for such a long time, but this one woman managed to rope him in. And then one night she decided to get drunk and attack him with a knife. He's not with her now. Yeah, he's moved on, but crazy, crazy things normally happen. And when it comes down to the violence, it is normally alcohol related. So if you're with a Thai woman that drinks a lot and she is from a poor village in Isan and she doesn't have the best of friends that she hangs around with, be careful, guys. Be very careful. There are obviously sincere, decent, hard-working Thai women around. Yes, most of them are not interested in foreigners whatsoever, but there are some. And if you can get with a well-educated woman from a decent, hard-working family that's got a good job or their own business, and they're not in loads of debt, and they're not trying to take you to get you to take them to lavish places, and they're around the world on trips, and they're just happy to have a normal relationship with you, then good on you. You found a good one. A lot of guys found women like that, 10, 15, 20 plus years ago. And a lot of them have had children and they're happily married and everything is great. But I've been here for 9 years almost. And it's very rare that I hear about a happy long-term story, unfortunately. And yeah, it is down to guys finding these women in the wrong places, in the bars, a freelancer, someone that's had a bad past with men and have been hurt and have been left alone with several children, etc. There is normally something behind it in regards to why they do bad or why they look at us just as an ATM. But there are decent women around, guys. You just need to be smart. You need to be careful, and you need to not lead with your wallet. Don't invest money in a country where you can't own that investment, where it's at a massive risk. You wouldn't normally do it, and you're only doing it because you're in lust or love. Please be smart, please be careful, and Thailand can be your paradise, guys, and you can live here very, very happily. It's very expensive now back in the West, so your money will go further if you're smart. Take it easy, guys. Look after yourselves. And if you want to share your own Thailand story, whether it's a positive or negative story, as long as it's true, get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com and we will share it for everybody to hear. Apart from that, guys, take care. Ciao for now and bye-bye.